Hi, this is Sir David, the omnipotent, Alpha the Omega, Omega the phone company. I don't know who I am. Listen, I want to do a video on the world ending. I think this is important because I've only got a few more days. I got to get as many videos in as I can. So after, is it December 22nd? I'm a dead man walking, dead YouTube walking. Listen, you know, it's hard to scare an atheist. We don't give a rat's ass if the world ends the 21st or it never ends. It has no effect upon an atheist. All you religious people, you go, holy shit, I gotta get some Jesus points before that date comes. I'm not good enough. I'm guilty. I've done this. I've done that. I need repentance. I need. As atheists go, who gives a shit? So, let me tell you this. If you all believe that you're going to die, sign over your houses, your cars, and your bank accounts to the Bard. I'm going nowhere, folks. I'm going nowhere. When the lights turn out, poof, I'm gone. I never was. I'll never be. And, you know, I had a... I'll tell you. I'm starting off lighthearted, but that's bipolar. In fact, I haven't taken my meds today, now I think about it. That's why it's shifting so quickly. I've been looking at the Philippines tropical storm and the damage and the heartache and the difficulties there of those people. And of course, you know, I adopted my 2 Filipino children and my wife. I didn't adopt my wife. She adopted me. And in the Philippines, when you adopt a child or an adult, you can give them back. You can't do that in the United States, and I keep holding on to the table. I'm afraid she's going to give me back. But I got her. You can only marry once in the Philippines. You're not allowed to remarry, so if she divorces my ass, she's stuck forever. But she keeps saying to me, maybe being alone is better than what I've got. So we argue it back and forth. Well, a sadness. I looked at the pictures, and I know these people. I've been there. I lived there for almost a year, and I've seen how they live. And I can't take it out of my mind. I just can't. I have all that I want, all that I need, and these people have little that they want and really not what they need. And I went through some of the pictures and the people, you know, the trees down, and they live in shacks, just tin shacks with cardboard walls, and the wind blows them down. They have no food, they have no clothes, they have no bathroom, they have no medical, they have no dental, they have nothing. And I looked at several pictures, and one of them haunts me, and it will till I die. There's certain things that haunt me. One of them was the Mormon Church. That will haunt me till I die. But there was a house in the background and 4 or 5 little children out front. Most of the time they have on underpants and a shirt, and that's it. They don't. Some of them don't even have clothes when they're really little. And it was sad. They had nothing. They had absolutely nothing. And the photographer took a picture that there was a tree that had blown down in the typhoon, and the children of that house had 4 teddy bears all together, and each one of them took their teddy bear out onto this fallen tree and placed it in the sun so that the toy shit. Sometimes I get emotional on this shit. It's all they had, and they didn't want to lose it, so they put it in the sun so that the toy would be dry again, and they'd be able to play with it. Their whole world sitting on a bench. I constantly have enjoyment with my children. When my children come home, or when my children live in the house, which they do, of course, they can eat anytime they want. They can eat as much as they want. Now I know I was an American father with American children, and we had to kind of control because it got chaotic and we couldn't afford it. Well, these children never got to have all the food they wanted. They'd never had milk. They never had a bike. They never had a skateboard. They never had a pool. They never had a Christmas tree. They never had anything. And so I'm a little bit lenient, and maybe I spoil them. But they can eat whatever they want, as much as they want, any time that they want in my house. And when I see these little kids, and I've been there in the Philippines, I saw how my kids were treated before I adopted them. And there's just no hope. There's no hope. So anyway, that's a sidelight. Let me go back to the world ending. Why is it, and now again, I'm speaking because I'm bipolar and I'm off my meds, so sometimes I'm not quite as gentle. My meds, I get the Haldol shuffle, you know what I mean? I'm okay, you're okay. Who was it? Eric Byrne? Wasn't that his book way back 100 years ago? I don't understand why most humans are scared to death of dying. I don't understand it. There's nothing they can do about it. If you're hit in a car accident and you're dead, you're dead. If you eat Twinkies like I do, you're going to take 5-10 years off of your life. You engage in dangerous sports and behaviors. Everyone is going to die. Now, here's what comforts me to a certain point, okay? Most of the deaths on the earth are painless. I didn't think about that till the last couple of days. Most people will die in their sleep, or they'll look up and a Mack truck will hit them, and that's the last they know of anything. There's very few people that lay and suffer and suffer. They don't have meds, or they're in such pain. Now, my little one this morning, Allison, when I was taking her to school, she was asking about pain and death. And I told her, well, once the body gets to a certain level of pain, it goes into a coma. It passes out, so you don't have to feel the pain. And so my feelings are this. Now, if you were going to stick a stick in the ground and tie me to it and burn me to death, that would be uncomfortable. I'd go, hey, I have a question here. Put that match out till my question is over. That would be a horrible death, burning to death. There's some deaths that are extremely painful. Well, they show those on TV all the time. Cars jumping over trees, trees jumping over, people stabbed and impaled. Most death in the world is not like that. There's 6,000 children that are going to die tonight on this world because you and I don't share enough to feed them. And most of them are going to be laying, and they'll just quit breathing and die of starvation. It's not going to be a painful death. It'll be a relief. So here's what I'm getting at with the end of the world. Prophets, seers, revelators, and scam artists, cults, and Ponzi schemes all love the end of the world because humans are so easy to scare. I shouldn't tell you this. I shouldn't tell you this. Don't tell anybody else, okay? When we use the bathroom in our house, the Filipino people are really the cleanest people I have ever met. When I was growing up, I thought and was taught that they were dirty, filthy pigs. They're not. I've been married 6 times, and I know between the 6 wives, who's the cleanest wife? Well, it's my current wife, Mercy. And I shouldn't say this because you people are going to go, oh, God, I'm not watching him again. Screw that guy. He's a filthy pig. There's some times. Now, when I was in the restroom in public places, and I go to the bathroom. Yeah, I've had a bath that morning. And there's a joke where the sailor was standing next to the guy in the army uniform, and the sailor went to the bathroom and he started to leave, and he wasn't going to wash his hands. And the army guy said, well, that's disgraceful. That's disgraceful. They teach us in the army to wash our hands. And the Navy guy said, well, they teach us in the Navy not to pee on ourselves. Now that's the basis of my story here, the barge story. Okay, so there's times I don't know how to say this. There's times. Okay, Felix told me this. Okay, Felix is down there in Ecuador, and he told me this crap. Okay, sometimes Felix doesn't wash his hands all the time when he goes BM. Now, obviously, he didn't touch anything, and he has no BM on him or anything like that. He had cloths and face cloths and whatever, but he didn't wash his hands. Now, I told Felix, I don't see that as a really big deal. Now, there's some people that do. Mercy's one of them. So, you know, I don't know if this is abuse or not. If it is, don't tell anybody I told you. But I'll come out of the bathroom, and I'll say, Mercy. She says, what? And I said, would you come here? I want you to see my poo-poo hand. I'm a sick bastard. I'm sick. I should be in an institution. And she'll start screaming, no, I don't want the poo-poo hand. And so I bring it down the hall like the Addams family and go, it's a poo, and oh, get away. It doesn't have any poo-poo. And sometimes it's been washed too, but when I tell her it's the poo-poo hand, it just scares her to death. So I know how to get to her. So anyway, getting back to the end of the world. I'm going to wash my hands just before the 21st there, and then I'll say, these are the poo-poo hands, Mercy, come and take me. We're all dying. Anyway, religious people are scared to death to die. Now here's what's really interesting. Other than Jesus and the Mormons, no one's ever come back to life. Hoping to have another life is a human experience. It's not a religious experience. Now, the Bible said that Jesus came back to life. Okay? One guy. How many people saw him? Did anyone take a picture? Anyway, as an atheist, one ain't enough for me, okay? And I'm saying to myself, nobody ever has come back from death. That's it. We're all going somewhere, or we're all going nowhere. So what? So what? Those of you that are religious think you're not going to get a reward. You know what? There's no reward, folks, and I'm telling you this truthfully, okay? I'm serious about this. Our reward is here in this life. Living, being kind, being generous, being understanding, being empathetic. I want to tell you something, okay? I've adopted 3 kids. I have my Monica, who's in the cult that I don't speak to anymore, and then I have my 2 girls here. So I've adopted 3 girls, and there is no greater feeling. Heaven could not give me a greater feeling than when I see my kids here run to the refrigerator and they just eat and eat and eat and eat, and they run to the bathroom and they comb their hair, and they're taking hot showers and water that they never, and they're drinking water that doesn't have poison. There's no snakes, there's no spiders, there's no iguanas in the house. Iguana. Yeah, iguanas. Little dinosaur things. So, that's my joy, folks. Right there. I don't want heaven. You guys can all go to heaven. I don't care. I don't care. When I go out, which I hate to go out that front door because I meet some of the people. It's not the people that watch me. It's the other assholes in the world. They're the people I don't want to meet out there. I get out in the car, and if there's somebody stuck or there's somebody that needs help or whatever, I try to assist. See, my standards are higher as an atheist than a Mormon. Much higher as an atheist. I really try to live my life so I have no regrets. If I die right now falling over from this video with a heart attack, I died a happy soul. Didn't make a big change in the world, and I wasn't rich, but when I could reach out. Now, I don't think I told you this. Maybe I did. I don't know. Half my family and half the time half my mind doesn't work. We've decided we're going to immigrate Mercy's parents here into our home. Now, why? Most people don't want to live with their in-laws. I don't care. But you know what? If I can take them out of a filth-ridden country, they have no medical, they have no dental, they have little food, little clothing, they have no hospital, they have no transportation, they have no recreation, they have nothing. But you know what? They gave me Mercy. That is her parents. And you know what? They took care of my children while I was adopting in the Philippines and never stole a dime. Never stole a dime. Took my kids to school every day, fed them, dressed them, put them in their uniforms, everything. If I can bring those 2 people, now I've done 5. Now, folks, I've done 5. I wished I had done more. I wished that I was younger. I wished that I had more money. But I'm going to get them here. We're going to give them Abigail's bedroom. I told you the new one. We put the bathroom in and the kitchenette. That's better than anything they've ever had. And it's bigger, one room, than anything they've ever had. And so we're spending our time and our money, and we're not going to go on a vacation this year, and we're going to send it immigration. It's going to be about $40,000 to get them here. I don't care when I die, because every damn day I try to live my very best. And if it ain't good enough for your Jesus or your Muhammad or your Buddha or your bishop, screw them. I can't do anymore. I can't do anymore. I get up, I spend my time. The little one just came home just now, and she wanted to do something. I said, you can watch TV. I gave her permission to do that. Go get something to eat, get a snack. In 2 hours, I got to take my other one an hour away to babysit, and then I sit there in the car, and I sleep while she's babysitting, because she's not old enough to drive yet. But she has to have the experience of babysitting and having a job and handling her money, and I charge her a little bit of money for the gas. I lose my ass on it. Charge her half for the gas, and it's a damn Prius. My job is to teach. My job is to love. My job is to be patient, be kind, be understanding. I feel sorry for religious people because they're all so scared. They're all so desperate. They're all so fearful, fearful, fearful. Atheists don't have anything to be fearful about. We get up every day and we go, hey, another life, another day, shit. That's what I do. Oh, I didn't die in my sleep. And my wife's hitting me and go, you snore so much it's going to kill me in your sleep. I was going to get one of those mask things for snoring. And she said, well, maybe you should get one of those. I said, no problem. I can get one of those. But if you make me wear that at night, I'm going to wear it in the daytime. And I'm going to come over to your work. And I'll have it on me. And I'll say, hi, Merce. Hi, this is your husband, David, the Bard. Like I said, we don't give a shit. Life goes on, folks. If you're doing the best you can do, just keep doing it. If you're not, you should be scared, because you're not going to get another chance. There's not going to be a heaven where they go, okay, a do-over for Mac Smith there. He gets to do it over. Joseph knew that. That's why he's screwing the 14-year-olds. He goes, this is my heaven, and there ain't no other heaven. I got heaven right here. And Brigham Young, the other prophet, he goes, I know what heaven is, 57 wives. Folks, whether you're religious or not is irrelevant. Whether you're happy or not is totally relevant. Be kind, be patient, be understanding, share. Do things that you don't have to do for other people. I don't have to take Abigail down there today. My son Dan, he needs babysitting because his wife is going to school and nobody else would help him. I've been in that situation in the Mormon church. Not one Mormon would step forward and help me. But I'm an atheist now. I get up early for 5 days now, and I've been going down there in the middle of the day and sleeping in the car, waiting for Abigail to get back out of work and drive her back home. Because I'm a good person. Not because I want Jesus to throw his arms open and go, oh, Kolob bound, come on in. All the wives you want, all the sex you want, get in here. You were good down there on the earth. You stood up for the Mormon church. You listened to the prophets. Folks, I'm not interested. I've grown up. Like Paul said in the Bible, when I was a child, I saw and thought like a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So, if the world ends on the 21st, I won't see it because there's no existence after this. But if I don't see you, make sure you sign all your cars and shit over to me. I'll be the only one on the earth, and then I'll be a really happy man. I'll drive your Mercedes, drive your Cadillac, live in your great big mansions. I'm still putting the drywall up on this wall here. I ain't a rich man yet. I feel like Fiddler on the Roof. I ain't a rich man, but, you know, the world ain't going to end. Our world may end. You may die, and I may die. That world may end. Someday it will. But let's just live the best lives we can. What more can we do? What more can we do? Thanks.